Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is a fun one and interesting. We are going to see what are they keeping hidden from you. And this is the person who is on your mind. In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different stone. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1, what are they hiding from you? Okay, so we start off with, I am so attracted to you. Okay, and that came through really strongly. So this person definitely has a high physical attraction for you guys. I feel like it's really magnetic. Like they feel the chemistry, they feel the pull towards you, you know, and it's got them dreaming, fantasizing about you, okay? In fact, 2 physical cards wanted to come through strong. The next one says you're a baddie, okay? Like this person is just kind of mesmerized by you guys, okay? I feel like you don't even have to try, and they feel some type of way, you know? And I'm just getting like, they totally change, you know? They act all cool, calm, and composed, and then you come into the room and it's like it shakes them up energetically, and, you know, I feel like they feel kind of flustered and, you know, hot and bothered, basically. So yeah, definite magnetic spark between you guys. Isn't the type of person that likes to admit this kind of stuff either, so you know, this feels like, well, this is me spilling the tea on them, basically. But what they also say right after that is, I didn't expect to catch feelings this fast. Okay, so I feel like this person thought they knew where this connection was going and that it was basically like physically based, but then all of a sudden I'm just getting like, you know, this person's all of a sudden like feeling for you, you know, like actually genuinely they care about you and they wonder about you. Okay, so there's definitely this spark of intrigue with them as well, and just thinking like you're a catch, you know, and somebody would be lucky to have you. And that's what I'm seeing as far as like this goes. Well, it's strange to this person because I don't feel like they catch feelings that fast typically. They did with you though, so they're really thrown by this, okay? And they're trying to make sense of it. Yeah, because then we have, this is why I back off. So you guys are probably getting the back and forth vibes with this person, and that's making you think, yeah, okay, like if they were really interested, you know, they'd be more consistent, they would want to move forward. Well, this is why, exactly what it says, like this person's not used to this, okay? They kind of have a bit of a Knight of Wands energy to them. I'm getting for some of you, they could be younger than you, okay, just like less emotionally mature than you, either way. And, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you come into the picture and it makes them want to step up their game, is what I'm seeing. And then they say, I wish I knew how you felt. Okay, so this person really doesn't feel like they can get a good solid read on you. In fact, I feel like they wish like they knew about videos like this to kind of get a read on you. I mean, some might know about, you know, pick a cards, but I'm just seeing like they want the upper hand, you know? They want to know is what I'm seeing with this. It bothers them that they don't know. Yeah, and then we have, I'm afraid I don't measure up. That's exactly what I was picking up on, even with this is why I back off. It's kind of like, you know, this person, they're trying to be the best them, you know? There's a part of them that feels like you guys actually might be more worldly than they are. That's also kind of what's given me the possibility of them being younger, but again, they don't have to be. You know, it's interesting. They could have had a more sheltered life than you, even if they are older or the same age. I'm just getting all of a sudden this person feels slightly intimidated that they don't feel like as confident as you are as far as like knowing what to do in like life situations and, you know, like adulting basically is what I'm getting. There's like a block there for them. And they're, you know, they're trying though they're trying to adult, you know what I mean? like be that person that can just take charge of situations confidently and like get things done. But they view you guys in such a high light. They feel like you come across like you're so put together, you know where you're going in life. And this person, they might feel kind of lost a little bit. And if they're not lost, then it's just like, as far as their place goes in the world, I feel like they're lacking something with that. I'm getting a few different things. It's not, okay, this person definitely I feel like has direction, but it has to do more with adulting. Being that confident adult, basically, is like what I'm missing from this person. But they're working on it though. They just want to measure up though, you know, before taking this leap of faith with you. Yeah, they say, I'm starting to fall for you. Yeah, I saw that with the catching feelings. Okay, so there's just a part of them energetically that wants to scream this, you know, on the rooftops basically, and not care and just want to take this leap of faith with you. But then another side of them just kind of like keeps them in check, and I feel like that's when their insecurities come up, and they're like, they kind of have this like feeling of basically like wondering, how do you feel? Okay, like they return to that. And then that's when they say like, I need more time, and they do the back off thing. Okay, so it's not that they want to not talk to you or have this distance, it's that they feel like they have to. Okay, and I feel like when they do get caught up in insecurities, it's almost like they do this thing where they sabotage the connection. Like, I'll hurt you before you can hurt me, even though it's not really what I want. And then they'll say things like, maybe we're too different. Although, for some of you, that actually could be a thing that you're both kind of weighing with each other. Okay? There might be something about you guys that is coming across as kind of opposite, and like you both are kind of wondering if it's a deal breaker. Okay, that's going to go for some of you. But for the most part, what I'm getting with that is just kind of this thing where this insecurity comes up in them, and they're like, well, maybe we're too different anyway. Like, it's easier not to pursue this. It's easier to dream about you guys than to actually become something. They think that on one hand. On the other hand, like I said, like there's a part of them that just wants to scream, you know, on the roof, shout on the rooftops like you're their girl or guy, you know, and go all out, go all in with this. Yeah, they say, I'm trying to get clarity on the situation. They think time apart is going to give them that clarity, but instinctually, like when I saw that, I felt like, no, bro, like you need to have a heart-to-heart with group one, you know, like I'm all about that. Like, get it out on the table, you know, heart-to-heart communication. Like this time apart thing, I feel like most people just kind of go round and round in their head and don't really come to, it's like all recycled thought, you know, and it's like they have to go beyond their mind and tap into that inner knowing or inspiration to get true clarity on this. Then we have, I'm worried your family won't approve of this. Okay, now that could have to do with, you know, if there is something about you two that is different than the norm, okay, or what you're both used to. Could be background, could be cultural, could be belief, could be an age difference, okay? It's going to be different for all of you. Feel free to share if you want to, though. So it's not just insecurity coming up for them. Like, this person is trying to be logical, too. And I feel like they are trying to weigh different things. It's almost, you guys, your connection kind of has a head versus heart feeling going on. And this person is really trying to see, like, you know, can we do this? Is it practical? You know, it could ruffle some feathers. Your families might not approve due to something, you know. It's going to be different for all of you. Okay, then we have I know we need to talk, but I'm trying to get clear first. Okay, so this person knows like you two need a heart-to-heart conversation. I feel like a part of them though definitely wants to feel like they measure up. You know, they want to be their best, most confident self, be able to provide, you know, for themselves and you. You know, I'm just getting like somebody who's definitely like working their way up in life, so to speak, and just possibly feeling like the timing of when you two met isn't the best for them. But on the other hand, you know, they also know like there's no time like the present. They know you're a catch. It's become more than physical, you know. I don't feel like anybody else makes them feel this way. So like, yeah, the physical is what started and got their attention and we're drawn to you, but it's like, you know, I'm starting to fall for you. This person's definitely imagining like you two spending time together. They wonder where you're at. They're imagining a future together, okay? They're just kind of in this place now where they're wondering, like, is this doable, though? Is this in both of our best interest, or are we too different, you know? Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what are they keeping hidden from you? Okay, so they say, I want you. Okay. And with that, you know, I wrote bold flex because I feel like this person's coming forward with a bold energy, okay? Like they are proclaiming, I want you, okay? Like, you're what's on my mind. I have this laser-like focus. And along with that, you know, we have, I'm willing to do what it takes to make this work. Okay, so very like 8 of Pentacles energy here. Okay, and I'm also getting like, it's like, you know, this person's in it for real. Okay, like they're not playing around. Like if they invest their time in somebody, like they mean it. Okay, this person, they've got stuff to do, you know what I mean? Like they don't just like entertain people to waste time, basically. Like if they're interested in you for real, then they're going to pursue you. Okay, like, so on one hand, you don't really have to wonder in that regard. I'm seeing with this person, I feel like they have a more mature, you know, persona than what you guys might be used to dealing with in the past. So on that hand, it's like refreshing. Okay, this person sees what they want and they go for it. You know, they put in the work, the steps to ensure that this becomes something. I don't feel necessarily like they've done that yet, but that's like their intention, okay? Because, okay, here's where things start to take a bit of a turn though, okay? And this is only going to resonate for some of you. It's almost like you and the person on your mind have gotten into it. And for those of you that does resonate with, this is their message to you. They say your words and actions have more of an impact than you realize. Okay, so it's almost like you guys might have done something, said or done something out of spite, okay? Kind of like one of those things where you don't really think like they're gonna even bat an eye to it, and I feel like they felt it, you know? Like you might have tried to make them jealous or something, and you might have done it in somewhat of an innocent way, you know, like flirted with somebody in front of them, something like that, or gave somebody else attention in front of them, okay? I'm getting something that's kind of coming across like it was innocent, but at the same time you like know what you were doing, and they noticed it too, okay? There's something like that coming through. Going back to this, so even if you guys didn't like get into an argument or a dispute, it's like you could have still done something that again you kind of deem as, you know, like innocent, harmless, fun, but at the same time it's like you know what the intention behind it was, okay? And they noticed it too. But either way, you know, that doesn't deter this person. They're a confident person. They have a lot of fire, you know, and drive within them. And I feel like you're what's on their mind, either way. Some of you, though, I am getting kind of got into it with this person, so it's going to be kind of different for all of you on what this exactly was. And those of you that did get into it, or even if you didn't, but you know, either way, they say don't let pride get in the way, okay? And I'm not sure where to go from here. Okay. That could be in regards to if you guys got into it, or, you know, for those of you that haven't, this is more of a, there's some kind of obstacle that's keeping it to where this person isn't able to act upon the fact that they want you and they're willing to put in the work, okay? So there is something going on, even though they have this bold energy and like basically are proclaiming like you're the one they want. They're willing to do what it takes. There's still something lacking in the action department, and this is them admitting they're not sure where to go from here. Okay, so they have the idea, but for some reason they're holding back when it comes to executing it. And this is what bothers them about that. They say, I'm sure about a lot of things, but not this. Okay. So this really kind of baffles this person. Like, they're typically, I feel like, used to being in charge, especially at work, okay? I'm just getting like somewhat of a powerful person that you guys, you know, have on your mind. And it's like, but when it comes to romance and you in particular, it's like there's a lot of the unknown with that, okay? A lot where they realize they have to relinquish control and kind of like surrender to the unknown and see like what happens, you know? And, you know, if there is some kind of an obstacle, them knowing they want you but not being able to do anything about it also bothers them. So this person's having to deal with a lot of different things that like bother them. They say, I need time to get clarity. That's interesting that this came out. This also came out for group 1, okay? And like I told group 1, this is the thing that gets me about that. Okay, so a lot of people feel like, oh, I need time, I need space away from the person that I'm wondering about, right? But it's like, to me, like communication can be the quickest way to get clarity about a person or situation. But, you know, people that want to do everything on their own, it's kind of like, okay, but, you know, if you're just going round and round in your thoughts, that's not going to produce a new answer. Like, they would literally have to step outside, you know, go beyond their mind and like see what comes to them to get like true clarity, in my opinion. So, okay, take time away. And sometimes, you know, it can be good too, like just to like kind of get space. And maybe they will clear their head. But, you know, sometimes though, it could literally just be like, you don't necessarily get real clarity that way. So it's, you know, it's on the individual. Hopefully your person will though. And then they say, we both already know. Okay, there's that bold flex energy. I feel like it's interesting because you two are kind of keeping this on the low is what it's showing, but like there's definitely that undeniable spark between you guys and magnetic pull and chemistry, and it's kind of like, it's like a little game, you know, like the beginning of things are always so interesting, aren't they? It's like you're both kind of reading off cues, you know, it's like being a detective, like, oh, you know, they did this or said this today and yesterday, or, you know, later it was something different, you know, and it's just everybody trying to get a read on everybody. And they're kind of like, on one hand, on one level, they're cutting through the, you know, they're cutting to the chase and saying, we both already know, like, we're both interested, okay? Like, that's not the problem, they're thinking. That's when they're in their bold flex energy. Because on the other hand, and I thought I had a card that said this, I feel like this person is also, you know, there's times where a bit of doubt creeps in and they wonder, like, do you feel the same? Yeah, okay. In fact, I have my card, you're so beautiful. And then there was another card that said that, but yeah, I don't know where it went. And then, you know, so they do wonder, are you physically attracted to them like they are you? Are you wanting this, you know, to become something like they do as well? Okay, so there's definitely that bit of like, I'm not entirely sure. Like on one hand, when they're in bold flex energy, they're like, okay, like, come on. We both know, like you feel it, right, energetically. But then, like I said, like they're human and a little bit of doubt creeps in and they're like, wait, maybe, you know, I read too much into signs that weren't really there. Maybe this person is just friendly or flirty. Maybe they're not into me the same way I am. Okay, so there is a bit of that going on. But overall, I do feel like bold flex energy rules them. All right, so then we have my Pride card here. So you know, this person, they do have a very bold energy to them, and it's not necessarily even in words. I feel like it's just energetically, okay? They do come across like a boss type of person, okay? They literally could be, but they don't have to be. It's just kind of like how they like to take charge in situations, okay? It's like where they feel they're most confident. And I do feel like they like to kind of remain cool, calm, and collected, like at all times. So it is hard to get a read on this person, okay? I feel like they think you guys are mysterious, so for them, you know, it's hard for them to get a read on you too. And I feel like you're both kind of like gauging the situation. And again, I am getting that there is something that's coming through that's keeping this from progressing, like going forward, even though I feel like you both want to. And they're stuck in a sense, like they're wondering like what they should do about this. And like I said, they don't like that because they feel like overall, you know, they feel pretty clear on most things, pretty confident in this, that they feel in the dark about something, you know, as far as how to get to the point where they can move forward with this. And I don't feel like that has to do with you at all, okay? Something with them in their life. So they do think, you know, having time apart will give them clarity. Then it says, I want to take a leap of faith with you. Okay, so this person, you know, we started with I want you and we end with I want to. So they do definitely want you in this connection and to take that leap of faith. But, you know, there's just something that is holding them back as of right now, though. And again, I don't feel like it has to do with you. I feel like it has to do with them in their life. Okay, group number 2. This is what I see for you guys. If it resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what are they hiding from you? Okay, so we start off with, I'm willing to compromise with you. Okay, so initially when I saw that card, you know, I felt like you both kind of had this like stubborn stance with both of you feeling like you were right about something. And this card coming through is kind of like them making a peace offering with you, like being like, this is silly, you know, like I want this connection with you more than I want to be right. So I'm willing to compromise with you on something. Okay. Yeah. So that's cool to see. Then they say this is risky. Okay. So it is coming across that for them to pursue this connection with you feels like a risk to this person. Okay. Like they could lose something in the meantime if they were to pursue this. And I do feel like they're kind of weighing this. Okay. In fact, okay, we have I need more time. Literally every group got I need more time. So as there's a common theme going on, you know, with these readings where it's like showing that these people are definitely like, I feel like on one level, like they're like, yes, like I want group 3, you know, or group 2 or group 1, whatever group you choose. But on the other hand, there is definitely something coming across where it's just not that simple. Okay, like there is a little bit of risk factor, and it's different for each group, like what that is, and each person even that's watching this. But there's like something coming through, okay, that, and for you guys in particular, yeah, like it's almost like, you know, like I said, like they'd lose something if they pursued this. So they're kind of weighing it, and that's like why they're saying they need more time. Then we have, I'm going through a rough time. Okay, so on top of this going on, it's like this person could also be going through kind of a rough time in life right now. Okay, so they're trying to heal. So they're trying to deal and process with whatever life is throwing at them right now. But in the meantime, you are on their mind, okay? And they are weighing this, is what I'm seeing. You know, it's possible too, it just came to me that them going through a rough time has kind of humbled them to a point, and it like really like makes it clear like what matters in life to them, you know, and that's could be what has prompted them willing to compromise with you. That's one possibility. The other thing is really, I think, just sometimes, you know, people can get this clarity, like, what are we doing? Like, why are we, you know, what is this about? Like, it's not worth it. Like, let's find some common ground, basically. Okay, so this does tell more of a story. So for some of you, this isn't going to go for all of you. I am picking up on, like, there's this third party energy, and I'm actually getting that your person could be with somebody right now, okay? Again, that's not going to go for all of you. But then they say right after that came through, I would low-key risk it all. Okay? Like, what? Okay, that happens to fall right under this is risky. So I was kind of getting that. Like, I was getting them being like, oh, this is risky, but man, I don't care. Okay? Like, it had that kind of thing. Like, they felt like they should acknowledge the fact that it's risky. But then another part of them absolutely doesn't care. Like, they're just so into you. Group 3. Yeah. And then we have, I'm addicted to you. Yeah, so not only are they into you, they're addicted to you. I feel like, you know, it's physical, it's personality, energy, vibe. Like, this person thinks you guys are just so unique and special. And, like, nobody, you know, in fact, that's my next card. No one is you. They're like, okay, you guys might have even been together before. Like, this could be an ex, but they don't have to be. Could just be somebody that you have this this connection with. And I feel like what's interesting is I don't feel like this person would typically be like this with somebody, but they might have known you before this person. But either way, even if they don't, they just feel such a strong spark with you that it's like, it's kind of got that feeling like even if this other person was better on paper for this person, like a more logical match, and they don't care. Like, that's not where their heart is. That's not who they're drawn to. So that's interesting. So I feel like they've tried to move on, but they can't, okay? And if you two are talking, well, that's just making it even more, like, tough for this person because they're like, I'm addicted. Okay, so we got, like, I'm addicted and no one is you, okay? Like, nothing competes with that, group 3. And then they say, I want to be your everything. Okay, so it's like, this person's like, they're trying to better themselves. They're trying to be the best version of themselves, you know, trying to level up. And they see that you guys do that as well. Like, you're always bettering yourself, being the best version, you know, working on your goals, slaying. Like, they feel like you two would be a power couple together, okay? I don't feel like they get that same vibe with this other person. Like, they might on one hand, but again, nobody does it like you. You just have such a, like, unique style and way of being, okay? And it just, like it says, they're addicted. No one is you. It keeps coming back to that. Then we have a really specific message came through that says, no more creeping on the low. It's time to confront this. Okay, so literally I'm getting a few different messages with that. So you two could be seeing each other on the low, okay? It's got kind of like that secret rendezvous feeling. But for the majority of you, I'll err on the side that that's not what it is. It's more like this person, you know, they're tied up in your energy. Like, you're the one they think about when they wake up in the morning. You're the one they think about before they fall asleep. You're the one they dream about, okay? Like, there is no escaping you, basically. And they most likely, like, if you have social media, they're checking it out, you know. They're wondering about you. They're dreaming about you, you know, like dreaming about what you two could be. I just get all around like this person wants a future with you. There is something though that is holding them back, and it could be, okay, like if you two were together, I'm kind of getting the impression that you might have hurt them in the past. Not saying you would do that now, but it's kind of like that could be that risk factor in this person. You know, if the third party situation does fit your situation, like I said, like they could be the more logical choice, like somebody who fits them, like checks their boxes on paper, you know what I mean? But you're the one that always, like, they had that crazy magnetic passion with, okay? And they don't feel that with anybody else, like, and they're hooked to you, and a bit torn when it comes to this, okay? I'm seeing that. But the way these cards are coming out so boldly, it's like they would low-key risk it all, no more creep, and it's time to confront this, okay? Like, I feel like once they get through this rough patch that's going on in their life, they're going to, like, want to make a move towards you guys, okay? And it could be abrupt. It could be unexpected is what I'm seeing. I feel like this person's just, like, they have a very excited energy when they think about you, and they just kind of, like, want to get going with this connection with you, okay? I do feel like they're kind of holding out to see, like, will they hear from you? You guys could be talking, though, on a consistent basis. That's what's interesting. I actually don't feel a lot of disconnect from communication, or you guys are friends on social media, which makes it, like, more, like, easy to access each other, whether you have each other's numbers or not anymore. But either way, I'm just getting, like, somebody who's kind of holding out, but not really. They're kind of invested if there was somebody else, but not really. And it's not that they would ever do someone wrong. It's just like their mind and heart is tied up with you. So yeah, it's just like this person's just screaming like, you're the one I want. Okay, like energetically, group 3. Wow, like I've never seen such like a clear, concise reading on the person on your mind, group 3. So this is interesting. You'll have to let me know in the comments like what is going on with this. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye guys.